Hello and welcome back to another OmniHeroes video. In this video we're just going to hopefully clear stages 81 to 100 of Abyss level difficulty on Rift Odyssey. Now from the last video, the end of the last video, we know that this is a Mystifiers team, so let's jump in. Let's go ahead and go to our presets. Let's have a look and we will jump into this Mystifiers team here. So quick deploy. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out Cleopatra and I'm going to put in, where have you gone? Now there's a choice here, you can either put in Sandra and you can take out Catherine and put in, so in this instance something like this. This would be a 5 Monarch team if my Cleopatra was 8 stars, but she's not, 7 stars. That will come at the end of the season. I promise I'll stop complaining about it. But what I'm going to do instead, put the 2 strikers in there. Let's go ahead, quick deploy our relics, or our artifacts. Relics are absolutely fine. We've got Crown, Bow, and Knight's Edge as well. So we'll jump in and just see how they do. Now, we do have the 3 Monarchs. So we have Talos. In fact, I need to switch Talos and Dullahan round. Both will work in that position, but really you want all of your AoE units, or AoE damaging units, to be on that back row. Now, Dullahan typically will hit more targets, or can hit more targets than Talos, typically anyway, and works very well with Astrid. Now, I have no fear for this particular lineup, and it's because I've just recently got my Astrid up to half red runes, and I've got the full exclusive set as well on them. So as you can see, Monarch kicking in there. We're not able to take more than 60% of our total health, which worked very well. So Talos will kick off here, applying burn to all of the enemies as well, so very powerful. And then Astrid here providing a 0.8% attack increase to the entire team now, as well as the full unique set that I got, or that was able to pull as well. So full unique DPS, took me 200 of the ore. Oh, it was horrible. But again, needs must, and you must get Astrid her red runes, because she just pushes you through so much content. It's not even funny. So we do get our burn mechanic here. I do like this burn mechanic. I think it's a very powerful effect. Applying it to your entire team would be cool as well. But again, burn mechanic, that's what we kind of just want that burn mechanic as much as we possibly can. Now we do have shield as well, so as you can see, undying shield keeps backline backline allies alive for the entire duration. So for example there, not able to, or Catherine not able to go down, because we do have the shield in place. It's a very powerful artifact, and one I would suggest picking up as quickly as you can. It was the first one that I got over all of the other smaller artifacts, so all of the blue and all of the purple artifacts I completely ignored for that time, just so I could get just so I could get the undying shield, because I think that single-handedly can carry you through the majority of the PvE content in the game. Really important artifact to have on any team, not just in combination with Elmer, but also for other teams as well, like this Monarch team, for example. Any Monarch team, Glorian Monarch, Mystfire Monarch, even potentially Valiantus Monarch as well. So just ways. And now with the addition of Aphrodite into the meta, you can also have an Avengers Monarch team with Albert. You can have Aphrodite with Mavis, who people typically forget is a Monarch. I always thought 100% she should have been a Phantom, but I think that would have just been overkill. I mean, Mavis as a Phantom getting an additional 2 revives, she'd just be unstoppable. You wouldn't be able to, unless you could cancel out on death effects. I do think, by the way, that would be probably the best way to go for them now, to counter everything that they've done over the past couple of weeks, or sorry, past couple of seasons, seasons 3 through to 5. is just to cancel out on death triggers. So cancel out stuff like Salim, increasing his attack. It would cancel out Janna building up. It would also cancel out who else? Aphrodite, the newest unit, would cancel her ability out. She wouldn't be able to ultimate, and then on death trigger would still be, or you would still, it wouldn't trigger. Something like that, I think. A nullifier. So any, on death triggers, any activations like overheal, just having a unit like that available, I think would change things up dramatically. Let me know what you think down below in the comments, because, you know, for me personally, that would be sweet. I would absolutely love to have a unit which stopped on death triggers. I do love the death triggers, don't get me wrong, but for me personally, it's more stopping what has already been going on. So we do get the stuns here as well. I think what we're going to do is just going to skip through the rest of them up to 85. I think 85 is Solomon. So he applies the bind mechanic. Bind mechanic is very tricky to work around. There are a couple of units which are not listed on there which work against him as well. Primarily one being Lachesis. So this unit here, Lachesis, she removes all debuffs from all. Sorry, she removes all buffs from your enemy's team. She also removes all debuffs from your team as well. So yeah, like I said, Solomon, very powerful. What we're going to need to do is we're going to take out Catherine, I think, and we will go ahead and pop in Victoria, wherever you've gone. We'll pop Victoria on the front row with Astrid, and we'll get these three, Talos, Dullahan, and Mulan, on the back just to do that damage. Now we still have the Mystifier's seasonal synergy active, so 3 out of 3, so we still get the 75% damage reduction as well. Now we did stun this Solomon. I think that's the corrode damage that does that, or it's one of the effects here. And what we want to do is we want to do as much burn damage as possible, as much AoE damage. So that's why I've put Victoria on this front row rather than putting her on the back row, is primarily because she will remove this bind, but she only damages front row allies. So in this instance, having her on the cheeky, he tried, but having her on the front row, you would do more damage having Talos and Dullahan on the back row. Seems weird, but because we've got this 4 Monarch setup, I don't expect too much damage to be done. So as you can see, Talos popping off here, Dullahan second. He'll perform it twice, applying 2 stacks of burn as well. And then Mulan, unfortunately, was taunted in that first round, so... Oh no, that was a follow-up attack that she does as well. That's cool. So bind is applied again. Once again, it is just such a pain. Fortunately, Mystifiers, even though they were bound, the effects still kick in. Now, unfortunately, Victoria is one of the slowest units here, or that can do this effect, so the counter effect. But Karnak as well moves at the same time as her, and Odyssey. We can use Odyssey on this team, but I prefer the 4 Monarchs. I'd rather sacrifice 1 Mystifier than and have 4 Monarchs than have taunting again. Unbelievable. What a pain. So yeah, this round, it just slows you down completely. It was so tough in Hell difficulty. It just slows you down so much. The double Solomon, applying the bind effect to you, and also applying the taunt effect as well, really stops you from doing what you want to do and executing any strategies that you might want to put out as well. But fortunately, we do apply this burn mechanic as well, so hopefully we can do enough damage, and we even stun Solomon as well. That's really big for us. We don't want damage on you, unfortunately, but we will get at least a little bit here. So the burn mechanic will apply now. And unfortunately not taking him out. I think we'll go ahead and skip the rest of this. Yeah, so we lost. So we weren't doing enough damage. What a pain. Let's have a look at clear records and just see. So it looks like people have just blasted through with different team setups, various different team setups. So we'll try going through with Mistfires and see what team we can do it with. I'm going to take out Victoria because she's too slow and we're missing out too many procs. So if we have a look here, we're looking for a unit that does remove bind and is higher than 106 in speed. And there's one unit that comes to mind who is also a Monarch, but he's 106 as well. What a pain. Right, okay. Let's see if Lee does it, because Lee will also, he also targets a lot of front row. We'll stick Karnak in, because we'll get the healing as well, the overhealing. Potentially what we can do is we can take out one of these Monarchs and put in, yeah, so 12. So Karnak, because he's much higher level, gives me more attack. Dullahan able to do more attack as well. But yeah, absolutely fine on that one. We just added Karnak in. We can now take him out, go back to our Mystifiers. We'll pop Catherine in. I said we'll pop Catherine in. And we'll pop Catherine over here at the back as well. With Dullahan, got to go do what he needs to. Now, we can go ahead and skip the rest of these until we get up to 90. So I think it's going to be a very long boss fight at the end there. So 87, usually a very tough matchup, primarily because there's 3 Phantom synergies on here. So as you can see, it took us up to 5 rounds to beat them. And then on this one, you've got the 2 Monarchs, Lily and Leah, but you've also got Verdians. So it's a full Glorian setup. Again, doing a lot of damage to us, able to actually kill Astrid, which isn't too uncommon, I've found. Astrid, she just seems to be a big glass cannon for me. She just dies all the time, but fortunately her passive sticks around. Now, Holy Shield, it doesn't say here, so you can use Katrina, you can use Macaria, but Catherine herself, this Catherine, also removes Holy Shield. So if we go into her runes here, we'll have a look. Catherine receives 1% healing, blah, 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 but before taking action removes Holy Armor effect from all allies. And these effects are scattered all over, so know your units. You know, just have a read. If you can't read, then unfortunately I've got some bad news for you. I do not think you'll be very good at this game, but try your best, do what you can, and let me explain to you how to beat them. If that is the case. So we'll have a watch of this one, but I think because of the removal of the Holy Shield effect, we should be fine. Could potentially be a problem with the 3 Monarch synergy here. So you've got Talanas, you've got Merlin, and you've got Lily and Leah, who are all Monarchs. So we won't be able to do more than 80% damage to those units. But fortunately, we've got multi-instance damage in Corrode and in Burn as well. So as you can see, we're applying all the attack decrease, but also the burn mechanic as well, kicking in. So Catherine here to remove the Holy Shield and do a fair bit of damage, applying that burn to the back row. But we will see now... yeah, so we'll see the burn mechanic kick in. So we do a fair bit of damage. And it looks like we're doing the majority of the damage to the back row as well. Fortunately, we get a stun, so the enemy will not get a heal here as well. Talos, his second active, having a guaranteed stun, absolutely fantastic. With Elmer in the meta and the fact that Elmer taunts all units, I just think that Talos should stun on his ultimate as well. So on his very first attack, or his first ultimate, I do think that Talos should apply stun for a round, just because he does have relatively slow speed, but I think he should apply that stun. For me personally, that's just how I think he should go about doing his business. So I'll apply that burn to each of them here. And then we'll apply some more burn. I do love the burn mechanic. I think it it complements the corrode mechanic so well. Because the problem with the corrode mechanic is there is a hard limit to how much corrode you can actually apply. The fact that you can only apply 5 stacks of corrode to begin with completely nerfs the strategy right off the bat. Hey, there we go. Cool. But it nerfs the strategy right off the bat. The fact that you can apply as much corrode as you want, I think it's up to a maximum of 25% health that you can take off in any given round. Still, it is a significant amount of damage to be done. So that was stage 90, and let's jump into the next one. So this is Dooms, and this is going to be easy sweeps. I promise you that. So let's jump into Dooms, and let's build a Dooms team. So go 1, 2, 3. We want to go 4, and then probably could do with an additional Monarch. So you can put Cleo in this slot as well. This is such a crazy team. The other team that you can go for is something along these lines. If you don't have Cleo and you don't have Dahlia, you can use Madeline, Ophelia, Helios, Ayushta, and Doris. And this team will see you through absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. But let's go for a bit of... In fact, we'll go you, and you. What we're going to do is switch you, and we're going to switch you. And we're going to have Halissa and Dahlia switching at the front here. So what we want to do is we want to get off as many relics as we possibly can. So put you in, and we will put the health increase as well. And then we'll jump in like this. So the reason that I've gone Spear instead of another Doom's Relic is because it's the Doom's Relics are just so slow compared to Spear. Now, Valianters and Mystifiers this season will be getting another Spear type relic, so give 100 relic energy when it kicks off. That is got to be mental, especially on Valianters. Having an actual factual proper relic for them at the very start is just going to change that team completely. And especially with Hades as well. Hades, I think, is going to be it's going to be a season where you either have Hades or you don't. But I also think I just can't recommend that you summon on any of the banners or the oath recalls, primarily because you should be saving for Cleo and getting Cleo up. If you would normally spend on that 4th banner anyway, so if you would spend on the 4th banner and the rest of them to get them all up to, say, 7 stars, something like that. Yeah, as you can see, just sort of mental damage, and we've got massive amounts of health. The shielding really don't matter. The fact that... Oh no, Dahlia's confused. But yeah, we just putting out so much damage. Dahlia switching with Halissa and copying those buffs as well. It's just mental. Increasing attack by 3,000%, increasing health by 3,000%. Every time we increase health, we also increase attack. Yeah, it goes mental. It's just crazy. Going to crazy town on this team. So I think we can go ahead and skip the rest of them. I think we know how it's going to go. I'll tell you what. Let's watch a couple of these fights, you know. This one specifically, the 5 Phantom Synergy. Yeah, let's go to Crazy Town, shall we? Getting all these hits in. And it really just doesn't matter. Because she's just doing crazy damage. Yeah, like having Cleo in this team over Athena. The reason that I've included Athena, by the way, is because when she takes an action, when she takes an action, she adds Reflect Boost to the team, which also increases Halissa's attack as well. which is why I've included her. But I think, to be fair, we probably should. Ugh, gross. We probably should take out Athena and put in Cleo as well. Just have a bit more fun. But again, you can run Athena in this spot all day, and like you see before you, she's a fantastic unit. She really is. She does the job, and she applies that reflect boost, increasing or synergizing very well with Halissa. Let's go ahead and see how this works. So if we take out Athena, we go to Dooms, we can pop in Cleopatra. We'll put Halissa in the middle, so she's a bit more protected, and Ophelia over there. And we can just go ahead and jump in and see how this team does rather than the other one. Now again, the downside to me not having Cleo up to 8 stars is the fact that this Monarch synergy doesn't activate. So we would have 3 Monarchs on the team if Cleo was up to 8 stars. Like I say, save your oath recall until she gets to 8 stars. You need Cleo not to function properly. She functions very well. She does very good at 7 stars. She does very good at 6 stars. You know, she will help you out dramatically, especially when you need 2 teams. She'll help you out dramatically. But in order to function the way that you want her to function, or that you need her to function in PvP and in late game PvE, you need to, yeah, doing 135 million, that's not bad. But yeah, you need Cleo at 8 stars. There's no 2 ways about it. Merlin putting some damage there, flipping heck. We'll take that. And then I think we can go ahead, we'll skip this one. We don't need to see against Monarchs. It is what it is. And then 95 should be absolutely fine, so we'll have a look. So this is Lachesis, so what we want really is Gwyn on the team. If we're struggling to beat this boss, we want Gwyn on the team. Gwyn is a very hard counter to this Lachesis specifically. I won't put him in the team just because it doesn't look like we need him too much. But you can build a Protectors team, a Doom's Protectors team. Maybe I'll show it in the next bit. If we lose this one, I'll show you the Doom's Protectors team. But it's Lamia, Madeline, and Gwyn, and whatever other Doom team that you want, and that will clear this stage no problem. But I think this one will also clear this stage no problem. We'll have to see though. That Revitalize might really get us. Yeah, see? Can't do more than a certain amount of damage to him. So we got him close. And in fact, took Lachesis out, so it really don't matter at all. Yeah, if you can take Lachesis out, that's a hard counter to Lachesis as well. Always remember. If an enemy is dead, they can't apply their effects. Typically.
The pond is deeper than you think.
Sweet, we get these sweet coins as well. So I think what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and skip the rest of them. I don't think we need to see these. To be honest, I think this team is doing very well by itself. Don't particularly think you need anything else other than this team to get through. There can be instances where you might just need a proper Dooms team. So having Doris and her red runes, I think would really help. But again, I think those red runes have just kind of fallen out of favour. They're still good, still really good. I mean, she was the most powerful unit that everybody needed to have red runes for at one point. That was about 4 months ago, something like that. But since then, they've released Halissa, and there's just not much you can say. Halissa is just a superior unit, part of the Monarchs team. Monarch's team at this point. Again, I've been saying it since, you can go back and look at all of my previous videos. I've been saying Monarch is the best synergy in the game since I first found out about Monarch synergy. You require Monarch synergy to finish the missions. Whoa, gross. But you require Monarch to finish the story missions. You require Monarch to finish a lot of the PvP stuff as well. So yeah, I think what we'll do, we'll watch this fight, and then I'm going to call it that, and then we can do 100 by itself, and just show off a couple of different team builds that we can look into, and that will be coming out tomorrow morning, I believe. As of the time of recording this video, it's going to come out in a couple of days, but when you see this video, you will also, it will be coming out tomorrow morning for you. So just something to look out for. If you can like and subscribe, specifically if you can subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I don't know where I'm at the moment, but I think I'll be close to 500. That's the first mark, the first milestone. I'm really excited about that, to be honest. But what I would love to do, again, gross, Phantom Synergy save level 99. I see you. At least we get to see a showcase of all of the different units here. But, man, it's just gross. Absolutely.
Stay still.
Even Ophelia gets in the action sometimes. I mean, not at the moment, because she's, you know, it is what it is. I've got her exclusive runes, Ophelia's. I chose to get Ophelia's exclusive runes over getting Merlin's exclusive runes. So I've got two of two. Sorry, I've got two exclusive runes for Merlin, and the other two are just pretty standard. I've been on the verge of getting his for quite some time now, but I decided to go for Lee's over his this time round. The next time I save up 200 of those coins, that's the first place I'm going, is Merlin is getting his exclusive runes, finally, after so long. But even Cleo doing 480 million on her attack, on a basic attack as well. Crazy. Right, yeah, thank you very much for watching. I do hope you have a fantastic day. That was levels 81 through to 99. 100 will be coming out tomorrow. Stay tuned. You have a great day.